In this session, we are going to see how to calculate the residential status of person under Income Tax Act 1961. As you know, there are 7 categories of person under the Act. We are going to see how to calculate their residential status one by one. First one is individual. His number of stay in India will be considered. HUF, the control and management of its affairs plus stay in India of Karta will be considered. Firm, control and management of its affairs. Company, place of effective management plus place of incorporation. Bodies of individual, local authority and other persons. The control and management of its affairs is considered. To start with, let's see how to determine the residential status of an individual. There are two basic conditions. If any one of the basic condition is satisfied, then individual becomes a resident. If both the conditions are not satisfied, then he is a non-resident. On becoming a resident, he is able to claim a status of resident but not ordinary resident by satisfying any of the additional condition. The additional conditions are not satisfied, then he is an ordinary resident. So the basic conditions are, the first condition is he should be there in India for 182 days or more in the previous year. If he is not able to satisfy, you have to go on checking for the second condition. The second condition is that out of 4 years preceding the relevant previous year, he should prove that he was there in India for more than 365 days and 60 days or more during the previous year. If any one of this condition is satisfied, he becomes a resident. To claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident, he has to satisfy any one of the additional condition. First condition is he was not there in India for 9 years out of 10 years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Leave the previous year, take 10 years preceding to that and see that he was not there in India for 9 years. If he is not able to satisfy the first one, then you go on checking for the second one. He was there in India for less than 730 days during 7 years preceding the relevant previous year. Leave the previous year, take 7 years immediately preceding that. During that period, his number of days in stay in India should be less than 730 days. If he is able to satisfy any one of these additional conditions, then you can call him as resident but not ordinary resident. So basic conditions, there are two basic conditions. Additional conditions also, there are two additional conditions. Both the basic conditions are not satisfied, he is a non-resident. If any one of the basic condition is satisfied, he is an ordinary resident. If the second basic condition is satisfied, he is an ordinary resident. If any one of the additional condition is satisfied, he becomes a resident but not ordinary resident. Mr. Ram, an Indian citizen, leaves India for the first time on 31st May 2015 and comes back on 15th May 2018. So he leaves India for the first time during the financial year 2015-16. So you have to calculate from the financial year 2015-16. So start from the year 2015-16. He was there in the month of April, so 30 days, and May he was there till 31st, 31 days. So totally he is there for 61 days. Next financial year 2016 2017. He never turned back to India, so it is nil. Next financial year 2017 2018. He comes back on 15th May 2018. So 15th May 2018 falls on the financial year 18-19. Again in 2017-18 he was not there in India. Next financial year 2018-2019. He comes back on 15th May 2018. So in May he was there for 17 days. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So totally it comes to 321. Next, during the year 2019 2020, he was there in India till 10th June 2019. So April he will be there for 30 days, May 31 days, and June 10 days. And he again comes back on 14th January 2020. So 14th January, so 18 days, January, 29 days in February, and 31 days in March. Totally it comes to 149. So you have to apply the first conditions given under section 6 subsection 1. The first condition is he should be there in India for 182 days or more, but he was there only for 149 days. So first condition is not satisfied. Then you can go on checking for the second condition. Second condition says that he should be there for 365 days or more during 4 years preceding the relevant previous year. Take this 4 years starting from 2015-16 to 2018-19. The total of his stay should be more than 365. So it exceeds, it comes to 382. So, and 60 days or more during the previous year. He was there for 149 days. So second basic condition is satisfied. So is a resident. When he becomes a resident, he can claim a status of resident but not ordinary resident. To claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident, he should prove that he was not there in India for 9 years out of 10 years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Leave this previous year 1920, take 10 years preceding to this. He should prove that he was not in India for 9 years. But all those years before this 2015-16 he was there in India. So first condition is not satisfied. Second condition, he should be able to prove that he was there in India for less than 730 days during 7 years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. Leave this previous year. During those 7 years, his number of days of stay should be less than 730. That also he will not be able to prove it, because all those years, the 3 years preceding this 15-16, he was there for 365 days in each year. So you will not be able to satisfy that. Second condition is also not satisfied. So he is an ordinary resident. He cannot claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident, but he is an ordinary resident. Next, residential status of HUF. An HUF can be a resident or non-resident if control and management of its affairs is fully or partly from India. Then it can claim the status of resident. If it is fully situated outside India, then a HUF is a non-resident. When it becomes a resident, Other than individual, only an HUF can claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident. Other persons cannot claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident. Only HUF can claim this status. To claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident, the head of the family, the Karta, should prove that he was not there in India for 9 years out of 10 years preceding the relevant previous year, or he was there in India for 730 days during 7 years, less than 730 days during 7 years immediately preceding the relevant previous year. As like individual, the additional condition is also same, but in this case the Karta has to prove it. When he is able to prove any one of the additional condition, he will become resident but not ordinary resident. Otherwise, an HUF is an ordinary resident. Residential status of a company. If a company is registered in India, it is called as Indian company. If it is incorporated in India, it is called as Indian company. It becomes a resident. Or if its place of effective management is taking place in India, it is a resident. The word effective management means the major decision should be taking place in India. Both these conditions are not satisfied, then that company is a non-resident company. A company cannot claim the status of resident but not ordinary resident. Only an individual and HUF can claim the status. Determination of residential status of other persons: firm, association of person and bodies of individual, local authority, and other persons. The control and management of its affairs should be situated in India. If it is situated in India, it is resident. If it is situated outside India, it is non-resident. Thank you.